Welcome to episode 24 of Northwynd, the Druid True First Life series. Level 24. I want to give you a little tip for those that are a little bit newer. I want to show you might not be aware of something. I just did this, so it made me think of it. You can save your UI layout, so the way that you have your hotbars on the screen, and that way when you TR and they're all jumbled up, or even if you make a new toon, you can pull up the way that you have it saved. It won't have everything slotted up, but it'll at least have everything where you want it in terms of the actual hotbars and the chat windows and things. And so the way that you do that is you're going to type /UI space layout and then save however you have it saved. And then save, and then I did Northwynd. Okay. And then if you want to load it, you just type /UI layout load, and I'm going to load Ginger. That's the way I had it loaded up. But one of the reason why I made a minor change to Northwynd is because on Ginger Spice I don't care about my XP bar, and so I had my hotbars covering it up because she's not XPing. So I wanted to uncover my XP bar. So I'm going to type UI layout load Northwynd, and there it's back. That's a nice little time saver. Alright, so level 24 has had its ups and downs. It started off really good. I had some really cool victories. I did the 3 quests leading up to this on Epic Elite. I did Epic Elite Impossible Demands, no problem. I did Epic Elite Unquiet Graves, no problem. I did Epic Elite Lost Thread, and I was a little bit concerned in the library where you fight the one caster and he summons all those mobs. That fight can get out of hand. But I was able to take him out before he ever even got to summon his fire salamander, so that was pretty cool. The boss was getting some pretty good hits on me, but the defenses held. So no problems there. Plenty of shrines. That's been really one of the biggest problems for me so far, is just lack of mana. The mana's running out, and so sometimes that just means I can't go any further. Sometimes it means I've been taking risks, kiting larger groups of mobs together because I'm trying to be efficient with my mana usage, and then that killed me last night. I tried to do a video of this last night and I died because I got to the last farmstead, and I was getting a little bit low and I was getting a little bit nervous, so I was I'm gonna kite all tons of mobs together and just kill them all in one big hurricane, and then I got webline tripped in the middle of it and died. So that was discouraging, but I made that choice because I was running out of mana. And then later last night, I tried to do Epic Elite Offering of Blood, and I knew that would be tough, and I ran out of mana too. And since there are endless respawns, there wasn't any place for me to safely recall out, so I just eventually just had to give up and let him kill me and res out, because I don't have the UMD to do teleport scrolls. So I don't really consider that a death, because they didn't kill me outright. I just ran out of mana and I couldn't go any further. And that's a quest because there's endless respawns. You can't rely on your SLAs. The little bit of mana you regenerate, if you get respawns, forget it. So this one's going to be tough, but I'm an Unyielding Sentinel right now. And so I just started. I'm only 2 ranks into it, and probably every single one of my videos from here for the rest of the series is going to be an Unyielding Sentinel, because this is the Destiny that I play in. And this is, for my build post, this is the one I say play in. You want to cap out all your Destinies, but this is the full-time Destiny. You can see my hit points jumped way up, and I can jump a little bit further too. I'm going to show you why in a minute. But yeah, all I got is a point of Constitution so far. Still got the same 2 twists. I don't have enough fate points to open up that 3rd twist yet. I think I need 4 or 5 more levels. When I tried this last night, I was still in Grandmaster Flowers and only up to level 2 or something, so I did a lot of XPing since then. And it's important, I really want to say, if you're a newer player, don't try to solo Epic Elites if you're a new player. I mean, you can if you want to. I'm not recommending that you do that. I want to make that very clear. Not on my build, not on a first lifer, not if you're new. If you're new, I think your focus should be learning content, and do normals and hards once you get to epics. I've been doing mostly most of my XP up to this point has been, from the dailies, so it worked to my advantage to having done some of those that I don't normally do. I've talked in my videos before how I skip anything that can be done in epic levels. I normally skip it, saving that first time bonus for later on in epics, because I'm usually wanting to run multiple epic lives. But this life is a little bit unusual with the first life, and there were certain gear that I wanted, certain quests that I wanted to do to get that gear, etc., and get flagged. So quests like, Wiz King, Offering of Blood, Von 3, Lords of Dust. Having done those on Heroic Elite, let me do those on Epic Normal and Epic Hard without breaking streak. And so those are cash cows when it comes to daily XP. Those are huge XP. Lords of Dust isn't exactly a huge XP quest, but like I said in the video, for the amount of time that it takes, it's pretty good, and you get lots of collectibles along the way. So, there's not really a whole lot to say on Unyielding Sentinel right now. Then your hit points jumped up immediately by 100 because you get 50 for the first tier, and then 50 by activating Vigor of Battle. So that's 100, and I got more because the point of con put me up to an even number. So there's more there. I'm going to pick up, Shield Prowess, Legendary Shield Mastery. It's going to be some PRRs, some bonuses to my AC. Renewal will be some nice low-cost healing, more Constitution. I think I go up to Tier 3 Constitution, and then when I get up here to the Strength of Vitality, I'm going to get a big 20% bonus to my maximum hit points. That's just giant. But we're not there yet. Let's look at the map view. So, I started over here, picked up a point in each of these, worked across to Sentinel. I'm only going to be able to pick up about 2 levels of Sentinel, and I'm going to have to go the rest here. I need to cap these out by the time I hit level 28 so I can have access to Elusive Target Epic Destiny feat 28. I want to show you the quest progress. So, like I said, I haven't done a lot of Epic Elite so far. I'm sorting it here by progress. A lot of content I haven't done. But everything's been on Elite. I'm still Elite streaking. But the only Epic Elites I've done are Unquiet Graves, Lost Thread, Lords of Dust, Two-Toed Tobias, and Impossible Demands. Those were all solos. And that's another thing. If you're new, if you want to Elite streak and you're new, join a pug. If you want a solo, Epic Elites are going to be real tough. And certainly, again, I'm not recommending that you do that. I'm doing it because, this is my favorite build. I'm an experienced player, and I really want to keep Elite streaking. I want to see how far I can push things. But it's been tough. It's been really tough without my resources, without my gear, without my ship boss, the past light, first light. Let's take a look at the gear. So I got my, you knew I had my +3 to 4 Contome. I got my +3. Well, how did I get that? Well, this I got from 60 shards on the shard exchange. This, I was saving up my collectible. I had some rares. I had some stacks of uncommons, the new ones. They're so hot right now. This is what, even veteran players, they're the hottest thing right now. And so I posted, a handful of rares and some stacks of uncommons, and kept posting them in the marketplace and the harbor and the Eveningstar, the Hall of Heroes. These are the places you want to post in trade channels if you're trying to make a trade. But I got a hit really quick, and so I'm going to go ahead and eat that now. So this is going to open up. I think this is going to give me that base 21 con that I'm going to need. Because I got a base 17, and I accidentally took a point. Oh, that's another thing. I'm forgetting that I failed this quest, and so some of the things I talked about in that video, aren't going to be seen because that video just got trashed. So I made some mistakes when leveling to 24, an oversight and a mistake. So my mistake was I accidentally took a point of con. I didn't. I've been leveling Voodoo on my main server, and so Voodoo's a con build, so I was just sort of in that mindset, and I just clicked con without even thinking. And as soon as I hit, finish leveling, I was like, did I just take a point of con? But it actually will work to my advantage this life, because I tried to take my level 24 feat is epic toughness. I never realized that a 21 base con is required to take that. And so I couldn't take it. I didn't have that. I had to take Intensify Spell, which is my recommendation, my build post for level 27 epic feat. So, but because I just got that +3 and +4 tome, my base is 17. The tome gets me up to 21. That counts towards the requisites for the feats. The tome, the inherent bonus. So I'll have to take epic toughness at 27. And that's fine. In the long run, it's not really going to make much of a difference. In fact, I made some adjustments to my build post because, like I said, I didn't realize, and if you're a true first lifer and you don't have tomes and you don't, I think that a new person should start with 18 con anyways, having played through this. So I made that note in my build post. I changed some things there. Let's take a look at the gear. It's a long intro. So this is the same, Wisdom 8, Evocation Focus 2. The armor is the same. That'll be there till 26 when I get the Shadow first tier, Shadow Dragon Plate. Epic Braces of Wind's the same. I got a Diamond of Spellcraft off the auction house. So I thought I'd put it in there. Ice Lore 15, Sheltering 23 on the ring. Treads of Falling Shadow are the same. That's for Ghostly. Dexterity's nice. I'm actually not benefiting from that because my max dex bonus is 2. Iron Mitts, so such an awesome item. Easy farm out of Epic 3-Barrel Cove. It's bound to account, so you can move it around when you need it. All the stats on it are applicable to any toon. I mean, Strength 8. Everybody needs a little strength so you're not running around slow. Healing Amp 60. Hell yeah. Vitality 40. Who doesn't need hit points? Resistance 7. That's pretty solid for level 24 and a colorless slot. That's where I put my Diamond of Charisma 7. I said I was going to put in the cloak, but you know what? I had that heal +5 diamond in there, so why overwrite it when I got this open slot? So I just put it there. Beautiful, beautiful item. Easy farm on Epic 3-Barrel Cove, just like the Orcish Privateer Boots, which is probably the single best item. I think it's the best item that comes out of Slayer Zone. It's Slayer Zone Rare Chest, Epic 3-Barrel Cove. I know there's some people that have commented on my videos when I've said this is an easy farm, that have farmed it for hours and haven't found it, but you'll get it. Obviously, I got it. I haven't. I probably only did a total of a half a dozen runs out there of rares, and not even full runs. I just have this loop that I like to do that hits a decent. There are potentially 6 or 8 rares in that loop, and I only did that maybe 6-8 times, and I got both those items. And look what else I got. Oh, you're going to be rolling your eyes. Some of you are going to be rolling your eyes at this one. Boom! Mysterious frickin' Bauble, baby. 3rd run. My 3rd completion of Weapon Shipment. I re-rolled the chest 3 times, all 3 times. So that's 9 re-rolls. So that's a total of 12 pulls. But I got it. And I tell you what, I've had really good luck with this in all my toons. In every one of my toons, I've got it within about 10 runs. Voodoo, 1st run. Azalea, my 1st toon, 2nd run. I think it was my Bard that took me about 10 runs to get it. And that was the longest one. So I've had good luck, and the luck is holding up with Northwynd. This whole life I've had some pretty good luck. Sorry if that disgusts you, because I know there's some of you watching this that have probably farmed that 100 or more times and are still looking for your bauble. Keep trying. You're going to get it. Still got this ring. I've been looking for better, but it's Feather Falling still helpful. Protection 5 is still helpful. Spell Resistance 20 is basically meaningless at this point. Con 10, Parrying 4 on the belt. Cloak of Flames is the same. Planar Focus of Prowess is the same. Evocation 4, False Life 29. Pansophic Circlet's the same. See, here's another thing. So the Legendary version is 28. There's no way I'm going to be able to do Legendary Elite, but because I already did it on Heroic Elite, I can go in there on Normal and Hard without breaking my streak. So once I get to about 26, I'm going to start farming that. I'll do it on Normal, see how it goes, then I'll do it on Hard if Normal's a breeze. There is no way I'll be able to solo it on Legendary Elite, even at level cap on this toon, because there are no shrines in there. And even Ginger Spice soloing it, she's spent at the end. I mean, it's tough for a caster to get through that. At least it is for Ginger Spice. I'm sure some casters can probably breeze it. You know, you got some insta kills and you got some, you know, great dots and runes and things for the bosses. But on Ginger Spice, you know, it stretches her mana pool to the limit. No way this tune's gonna do it. Wall of Wood's the same. And I'm very happy to have this Thunder Forged Alloy Scimitar. Yeah, this is the first video I've had this. So, you know, I was able to trade stuff to get it. Glaciation 150, that's pretty awesome at level 24. Spellcasting Implement 30 at level 26. I'll upgrade it to get Evocation Focus 6, which will free up my necklace slot. Maybe I'll pull a Torque by then. I keep running DQ every 3 days, haven't pulled a Torque yet. That'd be pretty amazing if I did. Tomorrow I'm off timer. We'll try again. I mean, I only got, what, 5, 6 episodes left? And then it's all over? So that's probably means I'm going to have maybe 3, 4 more runs of DQ tops. We'll see. I don't think there's anything else to mention. Oh, I did pick up some drafts of sparkling apple cider, and yes, that is pronounced draft and not drought. A drought is when you have no rain. That's with an O, but a draft is with an A, also spelled phonetically D-R-A-F-T. This is like the old English spelling. So, this has been Ginger Spice's English lesson. So these you get from the villager trade-ins. You know, you get these villager commendations from the rare chests out in the King's Forest and from some of the quests, and you can turn them into the villager trader. One commendation gets you one of these draft of sparkling apple cider. There's some other rewards too. There's a hardy apple cider that regenerates hit points. This regenerates spell points. It's not very much. You might get about 150 out of it. It's on long cooldown, so you can't just keep chugging them. But you know, it's free mana basically. So, and if you have a bunch of other commendations, you can trade for 3 to 1 for any other commendation that you want. I also, you know, I depleted myself last episode. Oh, that was embarrassing. Of mana pots, so I bought some off the auction house. They were like 85,000 plat each. So I want to have a few as a buffer, just in case things go wrong, like they did at the end of the last video. I have a feeling I'm gonna be drinking pots in this one. This one's gonna be tough. I knew it was going to be tough yesterday when I tried and failed. I thought I'd get to the end fight though, and I didn't. Oh, I also wanted to show you something else too. If you're new, you're not going to know this probably because it's just not one of those things that's intuitive. So, Accommodations of Valor, if you click on them, it opens up this barter box and you can get some potions and things. Hearts of Wood, Epic Heart of Wood. And so, I think I'm going to get one of these. Hell yeah. That'll be helpful. This +2 Insightful to all my stats. Oh, wrong one. That's not the one I thought it was. Insightful ability. Shit. Oh well, I guess I'll be drinking both. Certainly not the other one. +2 Insightful bonus to all stats. I already have an Insightful bonus to Constitution, so that's not going to help me there. But I just wanted to show you that you have that option, and I did. I picked up 5 of the potions of spell power +25, and so I'm going to be drinking one of those too. I just got to make sure I have 480 commendations at level 26, because that's how much I'm going to need to upgrade my tier 2 scimitar, and that's how much I'm going to need. I need 240 to upgrade tier 2 scimitar, and 240 to get the first tier of the armor. Shut up and do the quest. Missiles. Look at this. Some of the guys aren't dropping in my earthquake. What's the DC at? It is 43. So it's a little lackluster. You could definitely get it higher. You know, 2 more would come from a topaz of greater evocation, which I'm trying to trade for. I offered today, just a couple of times throughout the day, I offered 1,000,000 plat in general trade channel, uh, and I didn't get any takers. I feel like that's a respectable amount of plat for a topaz of greater evocation, but I didn't get any takers. So I'm gonna post some collectibles. You know, once I build up a few more. Okay, what I want to do now, normally I would go that way, but because I know mana is going to be tight, I want to clear over to the shrine and then work that way. I want to kill all the living mobs around here, otherwise if I take down the Drow Priestess, she's going to sacrifice the other guys. And then she's just going to regenerate. And then that's going to suck. Is that everybody? Oh, look at that turkey over there. I'm gonna wait till he's dead, and I'm going to get her over here as much as I... She fell in the sleet storm. That's awesome. It was very gratifying. Okay, hopefully she's far enough away, because sometimes she's got some like secret hidden lunches, you know, around the corner and stuff, and that really sucks. Take it easy on the resources here. Don't want to overdo it. It's going to be tight. I knew it was, and I found out for sure last night. Some of these fights they go on, and you know, like this one here took me a little while because you get a bunch of respawns, creepy crap. I should get one of these shield scrolls off. Help me from all these magic missiles. Oh, another thing that I think hindered me last night with the mana and things. First of all, I had the wrong cloak on. Second of all, I forgot to turn Intensify off for Earthquake because I had just picked it up, and I forgot to turn it off for my regular version of Sunburst. So it was just chewing up my mana without realizing it. I mean, I was damn near out at this point. Drow have spell resistance, but you know what? If the Word of Balance doesn't hit them, that's okay. It's only 6 spell points. Not a big deal. If it hits, great. If not, who cares? Don't invest in spell penetration on a Druid. It is a waste of resources. Use the mysterious bauble. Woot. Where is he? Catching up with some old acquaintances. There he is. Siobhan, who is a champion. Damn him. Of course he's a champion, just my luck. I think, yeah, I should be able to get him to fall in the Earthquake. Throw the Ice Storm on there, that lowers his saves. Hell yeah. Good night, Javon. got the shrine clear with very little resources left, but I have a little bit of mana. So I want to, I want to extend it as much as I can, because it's going to be tight. So there's a group over here I want to get. I'm not even going to mess with those guys. I'm not going to go for the optional of getting all of the bonfires, because it's just another fight and I don't want it. I want to do this fight here. This is the fight last night that I tried to drag all these mobs, and this is what happened. I got webline tripped, but I dragged them all over to the next fight, and there's a bunch more mobs over there, right? And so I got webline tripped in the middle of, over there, over in all those mobs, and forget about it, because I was running low on mana, and I was like, okay, maybe I can try to just, drag it all together. Mistake. Okay. 43 mana. Yeah, probably time to use the shrine. Here's one of the commendations I was talking about. The PDK commendations has some nice turn-ins, and the gloves are especially nice for like a level 20 set of gloves. They're almost like a junior version of the Iron Mitts, like a level 20 version of them. They have very similar stats. It's like strength 7. It has heal amp, and I want to say it has like vitality or resistance or something like that. Very similar, great for level 20. If you're a new player, you're not going to have that right at level 20, but it's great for future lives. I like to wear those gloves at level 20 sometimes. Okay, now we got to go back to the north, clear the farmstead or the granary. For whatever reason, a druid is immune to these bear traps. You don't get caught in them for some reason. When you're in elemental form, that is. I guess must be programmed to be like a form of stunning or paralyzation, and you're immune to that stuff. I'm gonna drink another one of these guys. Kinda close. Got saved by the Spring's Resurgence. Who do we got here? Is it the caster guy or the caster girl? It's like the caster guy, I think. Yep. And of course he's a champion. Why wouldn't he be? Really hoping the caster girl would be here when she's down at the farm. Oh gosh, there's just so many stealthy mobs, and it is so aggravating. If I have to beat her down multiple times, it's gonna suck. I'm gonna have to be real careful. Get him with Earthquake. Will that work? Yep. Failing these concentration rolls about 2/3 of the time. Yep, good night. want to avoid those guys. And I don't care about those guys. They're just going to white dot if I run by them, so... I need to conserve resources. I can't spend extra mana messing around with those guys. I try to drag these guys. These dudes here. Webline trip, of course. This could be scary. I gotta try it though. Webline trip. All the living mobs around her, and her last, and of course she's a champion. Just kill these guys. Do an open lock roll, you know you'll fail that. Because otherwise, if you leave them alive, she's gonna eat them. She won't sack the spiders, although I swear sometimes I've seen her do it, but I'm gonna make sure that none of these guys white dotted. Okay, we're clear there. And I'm gonna run around here, because I don't need her regenerating. That is not an option. Okay, I'm going to try to draw her away too. Oh, there's a hidden lunch over there. Damn him. Die, die before she sacks you. Thank you, Creeping Cold. Drag her over here so she's farther away from her secret lunches. Do a little primal scream, take care of these spiders. Oh, that's a relief that she died the first time. If you're an experienced player watching this, I know you've been here, where you just felt like you've had to kill her 10 frickin' times, and you just want to scream. I've been there. I feel you. Alright, now I've got one fight before the end fight. I've got my bauble. This is not where I want her to be though. I'm gonna kill this guy. I'm gonna use SLAs to do it too. Let's go ahead and use the archive this necklace. Go ahead and drink one of these drafts of sparkling apple cider too, because I have a plan. Man, you know what? I looked at Ginger Spice's video when she did that. She did it at 25, and she was in Sentinel, obviously for the Deep Gnome project. She was in Sentinel, and obviously she's got all her pass size and gear and stuff like that, but she had 1,238 hit points, and 2,500, almost 2,600 spell points. You know, I wish I had something close to that. Same thing here with this priestess. You gotta kill everything alive around her. Draw her this way a little bit. Whew, gonna have to kill her with SLAs. I am running out. Thank you, Twisted Talisman. She's blinded. Take some time, but we'll get it done. Don't want to use that last charge of the Twisted Talisman. I want to save it just in case it's an emergency in the end fight. But if she regenerates here, I'm gonna be in trouble. But if you play your cards right, if you do it smart, you know, like I'm trying to do here, then, you know, it won't regenerate. She's not much of a threat when she's blinded. If she was going to sacrifice to regenerate herself, she would have done it way before she got that low. They usually do it when they get about 50%. So my plan was, my super duper plan, which is not going to work, is that you can actually start the end fight and burn up your mana and then come out here and use the rest shrine real quick and then go back in. You know, you don't get locked out of the rest shrine. There's no locking mode. You want to make sure you do that before, you know, the waves of mobs start spawning, which is like halfway through the second half of the end fight. But, you know, I've got 1 mana bar now. That's all I got. 1 mana bar to make this happen. But I'm gonna have to drink some of those pots. Oh, that's wonderful. This game has an amazing ability to fail to target what is directly in front of you. Primal Scream takes out the spiders. You can use fire spells to burn away the webs if they're bothering you. I'm gonna drink another one of these pots. Dancing around when those waves spawn. Oh, through the regular creeping cold a little bit too soon there. Overrode it. It's alright. Ooh, the mana's drying up quick. Let's go ahead and drink another one of these guys. Those are cheap. Okay. Halfway there. It's gonna get tough though. Now I'm not so worried about her. She's just an archer. She's She's gonna have little baby spiders spawning right now. So, you know, Call Lightning's not gonna work against her. She's still there on top of Red Weaver, but there she is over there. So you focus on the spells that have no save. Creeping Colds, Produce Flame. You can use Ice Storm, Storm of Vengeance, but oops. There we go. I'm gonna have to be smart with the mana. Yeah, she's just saving against the Call Lightning. I want that Storm of Vengeance SLA to come off timer. If you approach her and you start meleeing her, she's going to run away, which isn't a big deal. Maybe I should be doing that, because if I was throwing AoEs on her, I wouldn't want to do that, because then she would just run out of them. And I'll just throw one Ice Storm to demonstrate that. Like, as a caster will just stay there. You know, but if you start moving closer to them, then they're going to readjust out of your AoEs. Okay, now she's calling in the first round. There's the Bobble. Use the Twisted Talisman up. Get used to recasting Spring's Resurgence as soon as you see that happen. Ah, they white dotted over here, that's awesome. I wish I could say I planned for that, but I didn't. Drink a regular pot. No, I don't want to end this series with pots. No point in that happening. Can't die now. See, here's the part where I'm just going to have to jump around like a jackass a little bit, because I do not want to stand against all these guys. I mean, I have a choice. $182 mana. Can we do it? Woo! Level 25! Hell yeah! Did her friends go away? No, there they are. Okay. We're gonna give them the business. Tough stuff. Like I said, I am not recommending that a new player or a first lifer come in here and do this. But you know what? You could wait a little bit longer. You could do this up to level 25 and get bravery bonus and come here with a group and do it on elite. Or you could just do it on hard. Well, thanks for watching. If you have any questions about my videos, you can respond on YouTube. If you have questions about my build, you can respond in the Druid forums on my build post. And if you're on Sarlona, you're welcome to send me a tell.